Hey friends, this is Dolynny TV. Glad to have you aboard this afternoon, this evening, whenever you're getting a chance to tune in, as I'm looking forward to recapping very briefly, because there's not much at all to recap, or that Young Stars Classic down there in Penticton for the Oilers that is now, as of this afternoon, wrapped up with a third straight loss. As well, a busy week ahead for the Edmonton Oilers as we get towards Fan Day and a preseason game on Sunday. And then, oh boy, yeah, we're giddy up. We are in that preseason schedule, and then it's going to be a busy next couple of months. Clear your schedule. Hockey is back. Before we get too much further, though, if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button here on the Dolynny TV. I'd love to have you aboard. I stumbled because I got more for you tonight. Obviously, if you are an Oilers fan, you've heard me talk about it before. You've seen other channels out there. The two good buddies I've got going on right now. You've got Patrick over on the Oilers Fanatic. You got Brandon over on Gillis TV. Really want you to go check out those two channels as well. If you get a chance tonight, everybody's got content up today, so get to it, get going, and hey, have a full night of getting caught up with the Edmonton Oilers. Some possibilities, some ideas, and the like. Okay, that's all covered. We're good. Everybody good? All right, let's get to it. Young Stars Classic. What do we know? Quite honestly, it sucked. If you were in my live stream back on Saturday night, we had already lost a game against the Canucks on Friday, and I said right off the pregame, I expect nothing, absolutely nothing of the rookies in Penticton this year, simply because of the camp invites on the back end. Bo Akey was out of the lineup, and honestly, there was not enough talent up and down the lineup under Colin Chalk to be able to get big time results against the other three rosters that showed up to the town in British Columbia. So really what happens is it's 3 losses, 1 goal in a combined 180 minutes of hockey for this Edmonton Oilers rookie squad. And realistically, yes, it's a rookie squad game, so all you're looking for is positives out of the players you're watching. And I think for the most part, there's a lot of positives to find, right? Nate Corbeil, who is out there fighting every single game. That's a positive if that's what you like. I think Connor Clattenburg, if you like a guy who's got edge, a guy that's more or less a power forward and doesn't mind mixing it up in that role, you saw a lot of positive there. Matt Savoy, of course he's going to have flashes, and he did. I think the goaltending necessarily wasn't the worst in any of the games, so that's a positive for the goalies involved. I think as well, Sam O'Reilly didn't totally look terrible, which is good. I'm not saying he was amazing because I don't think we've seen that out of anyone at this tournament, but you know what I mean, right? It wasn't overly negative despite only scoring 1 goal. The big negative here, though, is with this Young Stars Classic is, again, you kind of, for those that don't watch the Bakersfield Condors every day, every game they have, you kind of got a taste for what Colin Chalk's coaching philosophies, strategies, whatever, tend to play out as with the younger players. I don't think it necessarily translates as great as it does more or less with some of the veteran AHL players. So again, we'll see what the Bakersfield Condors have. And this isn't me throwing Colin Chalk under the buses either. It's just kind of, I think he's more of a veteran kind of intermediate guy coach. You see the success, some of the guys that have percolated in the system in the Oilers organization last year, right? Like a Philip Broberg, a Raphael Lavoie, those guys, the success they had last year compared to maybe some of the younger guys. I will be interested to see how that kind of age versus inexperience plays out with Colin Chalk and the Bakersfield Condors this year. That's the one note I'm making. Like I said, I'm not throwing Colin on the bus here. I'm just saying I'm going to be very excited to see how this plays out, given that the Condors are going to be noticeably younger than they were last year. At least that's the way it looks to be lining up at current. So that's what we know there. Okay, let's keep it locked there. That's the Young Stars Classic. What do we know? Well, we got a busy week ahead. Okay, we know that's coming, right? It's training camp opening in a few hours from now, it feels like at this point. And physical testing will be taking place this week. We'll kind of have a full scope of injury statuses probably by Thursday, Friday. And yeah, as well, we're also looking forward to having an update on Evander Kane, right? And I wasn't teasing you in the title. I got Evander Kane. Probably we're going to find out news, whether it be mid this week, late maybe on Friday, if not Monday, Tuesday. That's kind of the timeline we were given last week. I would assume that stays true because now we're into the nitty gritty of it and Ken Holland's no longer the general manager. So I assume we're going to get actual hard news sooner than later on Evander Kane. The other side, again, we're still waiting to see what the Oilers are going to do with the defense, just because there is something about that split squad game that said we needed Travis Dermott before Darnell Nurse was injured. So I assume we still need to clear up that status. That's, again, we'll find out probably more on that this week. Again, if you missed yesterday's upload, there was discussion that Bob Stauffer hinted at some point there will be a trade for a second pairing right-hand shot defenseman. Who knows when that'll be? Just curious timing that it happened to be the night of the Flames game in Penticton. And oh, by the way, he's floated several times, it feels like. I think he only floated it seriously the once, but Rasmus Andersson is the kind of perfect solution for that problem. Whether it's dreaming or not, Rasmus Andersson is the perfect solution in that spot. So that's where we'll kind of keep that going, right? We'll see what happens there, but you kind of shake out the defense, and from that, you get into the weekend, which by Saturday, things are going to be heated up in oil country. I can tell you, it's going to be palpable how exciting the fan base is getting. It should have been excited. Hey, we'll do it live. Excited the fan base is getting because Fan Day opens up. If you got certain tickets, I believe. I heard something about this. I might know something about it more than I'm willing to say at this point, but I think Fan Day opens up 8:30, 9:30 in the morning. I'm just not sure what time exactly. Patrick's got me scheduled. Gillis TV, Brendan, there's got me scheduled. I just have to be in Edmonton Saturday night. Okay, that's as far as I know. There's something about times that I need to know, but I don't need to worry about that until I'm going to bed or choosing when I'm going to bed on Saturday night up in our capital city of Alberta and the beautiful home of the Edmonton Oilers. So looking forward to being back, in a word, home at Rogers Place on Sunday morning. And that's where I think Fan Day is going to be an absolute blast. The open practice, the full bowl, all that. It's always a special time of year. And it's something that Patrick had tickets to, invited me to last year. And just because of scheduling conflicts, I think it was Saturday night, and he was, hey, I need to know tonight. And I'm like, I can't be in Edmonton in 3 hours flat, so sorry, not happening. So we'll get up there Saturday afternoon this weekend, and then we'll enjoy Fan Day. So definitely, if you're coming down, look forward to saying hi, shaking your hand if you're out and about and you happen to spot me, or maybe I spot you. I don't know. I know I'm talking to a lot of friends when I'm talking on the channel as well. So hopefully a good celebration of Edmonton Oilers fandom down at Rogers Place and Ice District Plaza this upcoming weekend. But like I said, this week is going to evolve quickly. Today, though, a very quiet day simply because it's the last day of the Young Stars. It was a mid-afternoon game, a lot of preoccupation. You might even hear from me a little later on tonight here on Monday simply because there might be something breaking by the time we're kind of mulling over going to bed later on this evening. But for right now, friends, thank you so much for being aboard. I mean, I wish I had some graphics or stuff for you, but there was really not much to make graphics on today. It's just a simple discussion, a solo podcast almost, if you would. But for right now, I'm up on out of here. If you don't come on back the rest of the week, hopefully catch you down on Fan Day.